Belgium, the shining heart of Europe. Belgium is not just a beautiful European country. Its chocolate is world famous, but there is much more to discover. In fact, this country is known for being quite expensive to live in. The official name of the nation is the Kingdom of Belgium, and it has a population of about 7 million people. With this number, Belgium ranks 82nd in the world by population size. If you live in Belgium and drive a car, you may find driving in other countries quite difficult later on. The reason is that Belgium is the only country in the world where drivers do not need to turn on their headlights at night, because the streets are already brightly lit with large lights everywhere. The people of Belgium are known for having two main hobbies. They love exploring different kinds of food, and they also enjoy reading books with great passion. Interestingly, Belgium is the world's leading seller of chocolate, exporting around $3 billion worth each year. In addition, the country is also famous for being the diamond capital of the world. During the time of the Roman Empire, Belgium was the name of a province. Today, Brussels is the capital and the largest city of the country, while Antwerp stands as the second largest. Moreover, Belgium is often called the capital of the European Union because the main offices of the European Union are located there. The world's strangest national symbol. Every country has national symbols, but Belgium's might be the most unusual in the world. In the heart of Brussels stands a tiny statue, less than 2 feet tall, that has captured hearts for over 400 years. Meet Manneken Pis, a little bronze boy caught in the act of urinating into a fountain. But here's where it gets really interesting. This little guy doesn't just stand there naked all the time. He has an extensive wardrobe of over 1,000 official costumes. On the 4th of July, he dresses up like an American cowboy complete with hat and boots. On Bastille Day, he becomes an 18th century French soldier. There's even a NASA astronaut costume for special space-related celebrations. Each outfit is meticulously crafted and preserved at the Garderobe Museum, which is essentially a national wardrobe for a 2-foot statue. The costume changes happen regularly throughout the year, turning this tiny fountain into a constantly evolving piece of performance art. Manneken Pis represents something uniquely Belgian. It's the spirit of a people who aren't afraid to laugh at themselves, who find joy in the absurd, and who celebrate freedom in the most unexpected ways. Belgian women are Europe's hidden gems. Belgian women have one of the highest education rates in Europe, with 1 in 2 holding a college degree. They're also incredibly multilingual, typically speaking French, Dutch, German, and English fluently. But what's really fascinating is their approach to relationships. Belgium has one of the highest rates of women marrying foreigners in Europe. But this isn't about seeking wealth or status. Belgian women are known for choosing partners based on genuine connection and shared values rather than material considerations. If you're curious about the secret that makes Belgian women fall for foreign men, type number 1 below. Their way of expressing love is uniquely charming. Instead of grand romantic gestures or daily declarations of affection, Belgian women show love through thoughtful details. They'll leave handwritten notes in your chocolate box, slip messages into the book you're reading, or surprise you with perfectly brewed hot chocolate on a cold morning. And a delightful tradition if a Belgian woman invites you for fondue and you accidentally drop your bread in the cheese pot. You owe her a bottle of wine or a kiss. It's called the fondue forfeit, and it's a playful way of keeping dinner interesting. Mail carrier cats of service. Ahead of its time. This sounds like something from a fantasy novel, but it's completely real. In 1879, a city in eastern Belgium conducted one of the most unusual experiments in postal history. They tried using cats to deliver mail. 37 cats were selected for this ambitious project. Each cat was fitted with a small cloth bag containing handwritten letters and sent out to rural areas between 20 to 50 kilometers from Liege. The results were surprisingly impressive. 11 cats successfully made it back to the city within 5 to 24 hours. One particularly speedy feline completed the entire journey in just 5 hours and 30 minutes, which amazed observers across Europe. But not all of them were as dedicated to their postal duties. Some decided to take extended naps along the way. Others got distracted exploring the countryside. A few simply disappeared entirely, taking their letters with them into feline retirement. The experiment was eventually abandoned, but for a brief moment in history, Belgium had the world's first and only cat-powered postal service. If these stories opened your eyes to a new side of Belgium and helped you learn something new. Make sure to hit like and subscribe so you don't miss out on more fascinating discoveries like this one. Unique New Year traditions. While most of countries celebrates New Year with fireworks and parties, rural Belgium maintains one of the most heartwarming traditions you've never heard of. It's called wishing the animals a happy new year. On New Year's morning, after all the human celebrations are over, Belgian farmers make their first stop of the year to visit their animals. They go to every barn, every stable, every pen, and personally greet each animal. Cows, horses, goats, sheep, dogs, cats. Even chickens get a sincere Happy New Year wish from their human caretakers. Farmers often bringing special treats or extra feed as New Year gifts. The tradition reflects the deep respect Belgians have for their animal companions and their belief that animals are integral family members who deserve to be included in important celebrations. The village with no straight roads. Hidden in the forests of Wallonia lies Durbuy, one of the most unique places in Belgium and possibly all of Europe, with an area of just 0.3 square miles. Durbuy still holds the official title of a city due to its ancient castle, historic church, an urban charter dating back to the 14th century. But here's what makes Durbuy truly special. Every single road in the village winds and curves like a medieval maze. There isn't a single straight stretch of road anywhere. The streets are paved with original cobblestones, each stone telling a piece of history that locals refuse to modernize or replace. The architecture in Durbuy represents a unique blend of French mountain wooden buildings and Flemish low-arch stone houses. These structures feature thick walls, ancient wooden doors, and sloping roofs made of gray slate. Many homes are over 300 years old and still inhabited, housing traditional bakeries, artisan shops, and handmade wool stores that create an authentic, uncommercialized atmosphere. The village is overlooked by Durbuy Castle, nestled in the surrounding woods and still privately owned, giving the entire area a fairy tale quality. In the village center, you'll find Topiary Park, Europe's largest tree art garden, featuring over 250 sculptures trimmed into dragons, dolphins, and whimsical cartoon characters. Despite its tiny size, Durbuy even boasts Michelin-starred restaurants where you can enjoy foie gras and fine wine in a setting that feels like it was lifted directly from a Hans Christian Andersen story. Would you visit this magical place? Comment yes if it's going on your bucket list. Belgium invented the saxophone. If you love jazz, blues, or any music featuring that smooth, soulful sound of the saxophone, you need to thank Belgium. The saxophone wasn't invented in America as many people assume. It was created in 1840 by Adolphe Sax in the small Belgian town of Dinant. Adolphe Sax was a musical genius who wanted to create an instrument that bridged the gap between brass and woodwind instruments. The result was the saxophone, which combines the power of brass with the flexibility of woodwinds. From that moment, this Belgian invention began its journey to conquer the world's music scene. Today, Dinant has embraced its musical heritage in spectacular fashion. The town features a saxophone statue towering over 12 feet tall, a saxophone bridge decorated with over 30 giant, colorful saxophones painted with flags from different countries, and the Adolphe Sax Museum located in the house where the inventor was born. Belgium hosts an international saxophone festival every year, attracting musicians from around the globe. Sleep in an 800-year-old castle. Imagine booking a hotel room and discovering you're actually staying in a genuine medieval castle that's been standing for over 800 years. In Belgium's Wallonia region, this fantasy becomes reality at Château de Petit Somme, a 13th century castle that's fully operational and available for rent through modern booking platforms. This isn't some tourist trap or theme hotel. This is a real castle with 17 bedrooms, a grand ballroom, an ancient stone kitchen, and French gardens overlooking the winding Lesse River surrounded by oak forests. The rental price is approximately $2,800 per night. But when shared among 18 people, it works out to just over $150 per person per night, which is less than a decent hotel room in Paris. The experience is authentically medieval, yet surprisingly comfortable. Dinner is served by candlelight in a 600-year-old dining room, beside a genuine wood-burning fireplace. The most exciting part is the Living Like Nobility program at nearby Château de Petit Somme, where guests learn 18th century European dining etiquette. Brew tea using silver pots, sample pastries made from ancient recipes, and write letters with quill pens sealed with wax. But don't worry about being completely cut off from the modern world. The castle offers strong Wi-Fi and stunning views of pristine forest right outside your window. It's essentially a time machine you can book, offering the rare opportunity to live like medieval royalty while maintaining all the conveniences of contemporary life. Horseback shrimp fishing. This sounds so bizarre that you might think I'm making it up, but horseback shrimp fishing is not only real. It's a UNESCO-recognized cultural heritage practice still alive today in the Belgian coastal town of Oostdunkerke. This centuries-old technique dates back to the 15th century and represents one of the world's most unique maritime traditions. Fishermen dress in traditional yellow waterproof coats and high rubber boots, then ride sturdy Brabant draft horses directly into the shallow waters of the North Sea during low tide. The horse pulls a large funnel-shaped net weighted with a heavy chain that scrapes along the sandy seabed. The chain's vibration stirs up the sand, causing gray shrimp to jump up and get trapped in the net. It's a perfect example of human-animal cooperation that has remained virtually unchanged for over 500 years. After 30 to 45 minutes of dragging the net through the water, the fishermen return to shore, sift through their catch, and pour the fresh shrimp into wicker baskets hanging on either side of the horse. The freshly caught shrimp are often boiled right there on the beach and served to visitors and locals alike. Today, Oostdunkerke remains the only place in the entire world where this remarkable tradition continues. It's a living symbol of Belgium's deep respect for the sea and its ancestral heritage, proving that some traditions are too valuable to abandon, even in our modern world. Coffee culture in Belgium. Belgian coffee culture operates on a completely different philosophy than the rest of the world. While most countries treat coffee as fuel for productivity, Belgians have turned it into an art form of slowing down and truly experiencing life. In cities like Bruges, Ghent, and Liège, coffee serves as an excuse to pause, watch the rain, read a book, and observe the world without any pressure to rush or speak. There's even a cafe called Rainy Days Coffee Shop that only opens when it's raining. The owner, an elderly artist, believes that only during rainfall can people be still enough to truly appreciate a perfect cup of coffee. In Ghent, you'll find no Wi-Fi cafes like Espresso Bar, where electronic devices are discouraged. Instead, patrons are encouraged to read, chat with strangers, or simply listen to the gentle clinking of spoons against neighboring cups. It's like stepping back to 1993 before smartphones and social media dominated our attention. Belgians don't drink coffee hurriedly like in American cities. They often sit outside, even in chilly weather, savoring each sip for hours. On weekends, you'll see entire families, from grandparents to small children, gathered at outdoor cafe tables, sharing conversations and small tarts. Here's a delightful surprise: nearly every cup of coffee in Belgium comes with a complimentary praline chocolate as a warm, welcome gesture. Some cafes are set in converted old train cars or nestled within cozy bookstores with soft jazz playing on weekend afternoons. The world's most beautiful Christmas market. If you've ever dreamed of stepping into a real-life Christmas movie, Brussels in December creates exactly that magical atmosphere. In 2022, the Winter Wonders Market defeated over 100 European cities to win the title of Most Beautiful Christmas Market in the World by European Best Destinations, a prestigious honor voted on by over 320,000 international visitors. The market takes place at the Grand Place, a historic square recognized by UNESCO, where 17th century buildings are adorned with thousands of warm golden lights, making visitors feel like they're walking through a living snow globe. The facade of the town hall transforms into a massive light stage where every 30 minutes, a synchronized light dance occurs set to classic Christmas music, all controlled by cutting-edge 3D mapping technology. The market features a massive 180-foot Ferris wheel, the tallest Christmas attraction in Europe, offering breathtaking views of the snow-covered city from above. There's also an ice skating rink in the Old Town, over 200 wooden stalls selling artisanal chocolate, craft beer, wooden toys, and a dedicated children's village where kids can bake cookies and write letters to Santa. Every year, the Christmas tree at Grand Place is gifted by another Belgian town as a cultural unity ritual. The tree comes from Wallonia and is decorated with themes of light and peace, symbolizing Belgium's commitment to harmony and celebration. Even street food has European flair. Belgium transforms simple street food into culinary art forms that rival fine dining experiences. Let's start with waffles, which are far more complex than most people realize. Belgians have two distinct schools. Brussels waffles are square, crispy, and elegant, often served with cream and strawberries like a dessert in a five-star hotel. Liège waffles, in contrast, are round and thick with crunchy caramelized sugar pockets baked directly into the dough, creating a street food so delicious that tourists stop mid-stride when they smell them. Interestingly, Belgians never drizzle syrup on their waffles and typically enjoy them in the afternoon as part of a gentle social ritual rather than a quick breakfast. Belgian fries deserve their own category of excellence. They're twice fried in beef fat, creating a texture that's impossibly crispy on the outside and perfectly tender inside. They're served with over 15 different dipping sauces, from traditional mayonnaise to curry sauce to truffle sauce. Even though Americans call them French fries, Belgians proudly claim this invention as their own national treasure. Summer brings moule frite, green mussels steamed in white wine and served with those perfect Belgian fries. It's like Belgian-style clam chowder that has become a national obsession. And we absolutely cannot skip Belgian beer, which includes over 1 to 600 different varieties, each with its own specially designed glass. This beer culture is so significant that UNESCO recognized it as a cultural heritage. There's probably nowhere else in the world where street food carries such prestige and cultural importance. Bruges, the Venice of Northern Europe. Bruges has earned the nickname Venice of Northern Europe, but many visitors claim it's actually quieter, cleaner, and more historically preserved than the original Venice. This medieval gem feels like time stopped in the 14th century and never started again. What captivates people about Bruges is its network of ancient canals winding through picturesque cobblestone streets, curving alongside ivy-covered buildings with distinctive pointed roofs. You can sit in a small boat, gliding quietly under stone bridges where sunset light reflects on the water like a living Renaissance painting. The people of Bruges live with deliberate slowness, politeness, and discretion, embodying the spirit of a city that was once one of Europe's wealthiest trade centers during the Middle Ages. They preserve everything with remarkable authenticity. From chocolate shops that have operated for over 200 years to monastery breweries still using recipes from the 15th century. At night, Bruges transforms into a genuine fairy tale realm. There are no billboards, no car noise, just golden lights reflecting on dark waters and the distant tolling of church bells. The entire city center is a UNESCO World Heritage Site, and in some old neighborhoods, cell phone service is intentionally limited to preserve the peaceful atmosphere. Some evening cafes hang signs reading "Silent Space," where patrons can sit quietly, sip tea, and listen to the gentle sound of water lapping against ancient stones, keeping Bruges forever alive in tranquil beauty. The kingdom of strange and beautiful festivals. Belgium hosts some of Europe's most vibrant and quirky traditional ceremonies, making visitors feel like they have stepped into a living European fairy tale. The Carnival of Binche, recognized by UNESCO as intangible cultural heritage, features the famous Gilles, men dressed in bright clothing wearing wax masks and adorned with ostrich feather hats. They parade through streets, dance traditional steps, and toss oranges into crowds as a way to bestow good luck. Being selected as a Gila is considered a tremendous national honor. In August, Brussels Grand Place transforms into a living artwork with Europe's largest flower carpet, featuring over 500,000 fresh begonias arranged in stunning thematic designs, viewed from the town hall balcony. Visitors feel like they're looking down at a classic Disney animation come to life. The Ghent Festival represents one of Europe's largest street festivals. For 10 sleepless days and nights, the entire city of Ghent becomes an outdoor stage filled with live music, puppet shows, beer trucks, street art, and over 1 million visitors from across Europe. Despite its massive scale, it maintains a friendly, intimate village party atmosphere that makes everyone feel welcome. These facts reveal that Belgium is far more than just a small country between France and Germany. It's a nation where medieval traditions thrive alongside modern innovation, where street food reaches artistic heights, and where even the highways are bright enough to be seen from space. From cat postal services to horseback shrimp fishing, from 800-year-old castles you can sleep in to Christmas markets that outshine all of Europe. Belgium proves that the most incredible discoveries often come in the smallest packages. If this video has inspired you to learn more about Belgium, or plan a visit to experience these amazing facts firsthand, let me know in the comments which fact surprised you the most. Have you ever been to Belgium? Or is it now on your travel bucket list? I read every comment and love hearing about your travel experiences and discoveries. For more incredible facts about other countries around the world that will completely change how you see the world, make sure you're subscribed and hit the notification bell. Next week, I'm revealing shocking facts about a nation that are even more unbelievable than what we covered today. Trust me, you won't want to miss it. Thanks for watching. And I'll see you in the next video where we continue exploring the amazing secrets hidden around the world. Most surprising places.